Hello, and welcome to the show with Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday, and previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., alongside Kaliko Yachts.
Well, I only seem to get sick on weekdays. I must have a weekend immune system. I'll see myself out.
And that's the line Kaliko Yachts will retire on. It was a good week for Wrestling Wit as we interviewed Brian Samuels on Tuesday and Colt Allen on Wednesday. Two incredible interviews from two incredible individuals. Definitely go check those out if you haven't already. But always looking to the future. This Monday, yes, it's the end of the month once again. Bringing back Monday interviews, we have Isaiah Cross. Another interview from up north. We talk about his current injury, when we expect him back, Wade Allen being tag team champions, and a bunch more in that one. And Tuesday, the 26th, we have CJ Clarkson. Going back to Poland, we talk about him starting his training in the UK. Some incredible moments that he's had already, fighting the likes of Nano Lopez and Vincent Caravaggio, and his tag team partner as well, who he grew up with. So a lot to unpack in that one. And then on the 27th, Wednesday, we have Ricky Roca from New York. So all of our interviews this week were all over the place. We talk about his faction that he was in, ultimately disbanding, having a rivalry with his stablemate, traveling up to Canada, winning tag team gold, and a hell of a lot more. There's a lot to unpack in all three interviews. Definitely check us out all next week to listen to these drop. And then always looking to the future, we have J Biv on the 2nd, Matthew D. Luna on the 3rd, Leo Black on the 9th, and Elvis Andre on the 10th. Right, I think we're done putting ourselves over, no, Kaliko?
Putting yourself over. You stay over, homie. James MVP.
Now, am I Jake Paul MVP or Montel Vontavious Porter MVP?
You don't want to be Jake Paul with a broke jaw, but you could be Jake Paul with the, promoter, I guess.
Maybe.
There's two sides of Jake Paul right there.
Hey, I'll take the promoter side. He definitely made a lot of money off of Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano for sure.
Shit, they made a lot of money for 17 seconds. They spent more time chanting up after the fight than fight. But let's not go there.
Well, it's kind of wrestling related. It had a one-time wrestler in there. Well, despite being MMA, it's a great day for wrestling because we are wrestling with the news. And this is straight off the press, new news happened not too long ago. Ludwig Kaiser got arrested for battery and assault. I don't think that this affects him too much in WWE, considering we haven't seen him for maybe years at this point. Feels that way anyway. But yeah, not a good place to be, Ludwig right now. Um, it seems like he wants to brush this under the rug as soon as possible. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, in all seriousness, he does actually have a match coming up, in the next like week or so. But the person he had this altercation with seems to want to drag it out as long as they can. Who knows? Maybe they're a Flair fan. I don't know. But I can't. This doesn't seem like it came at. It literally came at the most inopportune time for Ludwig at this point. But what are your thoughts on this whole encounter, Kaliko?
Well, it's the context that matters of why it happened, and that's what matters. Because did you get the context?
Yes. They said that the individual that he had the altercation with, it's kind of said they were in the elevator, um, at an apartment building. Ludwig was being affectionate with his girlfriend right as of right now. And the individual told him, you better stop that, or, that's inappropriate. Ludwig may have taken that, not to heart and may have caused a confrontation. From his side of the spectrum, he said that the individual told him that he shouldn't do something like that, and he's gonna call ICE on his girlfriend's ass. His girlfriend is Mexican, so um, I mean, depending on
A badass one at that.
yeah. So I mean, either way, both sides are very are the same, but also very different. One paints Ludwig as defending his goal. The other one may be a hothead. But I mean,
I don't.
yeah,
I believe the second one.
I do too.
Because I don't see anyone lunging at someone for going, can you please stop doing? First of all, he should have been minding his own. A lot of these people need to mind their own business. That's a whole nother thing. But this guy, even if he were to do that, that that I can't see anywhere in logic where that warrants. Oh, I'm gonna lunge at you because you said we need to get it on somewhere else.
Right. And one of the other things is he has no prior history of this. So I mean, it's not like he's been like a hothead or gotten into arguments. Um, I think the original story said that he may have been intoxicated. I don't quite remember, but I mean, I don't even.
I look at police reports, and the police reports do try to make it seem like it was a previous assault, and it shows that the stuff, no punches were thrown, so that's the good thing. It was probably just more like, what the, because I could see that being like, what the fuck did you say? But I will say this, Ludwig Kaiser, he should have just had the I mean, no, El Grande Americano should have been there, so that way he should have got the clout for the culture.
Well,
Because Ludwig Kaiser doesn't benefit. El Grande Americano, mucho benefit.
well, fortunately, Grande Americano was training for his big match against OG El Grande Americano, so he was not there. You know,
So you telling me she's cheating on El Grande Americano with Ludwig Kaiser? That's the bigger scandal.
I like you said, you believe the second story. I do too. I mean, I think that it was just an altercation. Maybe this guy was, a plant by Ric Flair. I don't know. Maybe a plant from the other El Grande Americano. Who knows? We don't. But it seems like this person is trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. Maybe to get some money off of uh, Kaiser. I don't know. But if there was no punches drawn, and I don't think that we've gotten any pictures, disclosed that he was, injured or assaulted, then there's not really a lot to have these, battery and assault charges, stick, right?
I mean, I don't think they're gonna stick because a lot of people I could see it's Florida, so I definitely could see that. Florida, 90% chance that the second altercation happened. If it was somewhere like Austin, Texas, San Diego, I could see you have your problem. But Florida already been known for this shit. So it's like, come on, bro. So that's why I believe it. But we need to be digging into the fact that Andrea is cheating on El Grande Americano with Ludwig. I don't even care about the battery. She done got old buddy hemmed up, and she out here in these streets.
And for somebody like Ludwig, we haven't even seen him on TV in forever. What has he been doing in the last year or so? Grande Americano,
About to become
tearing it up.
Yeah, Americano been tearing it up. Ludwig, I don't know. Personal trainer. I mean, Gunther beat his ass out, and that's all I remember. I don't remember nothing else after that.
Yeah, that was a while ago. And then obviously the whole dumb things with Ric Flair, saying that he'll kick his ass.
Yeah. So I mean, other than that, Ludwig has been MIA.
Yeah.
But he got time to take El Grande's girl. I mean,
I'd say that's a W in itself.
She's a W, man. Woo. Better than Lola Vice. I'm sorry.
Now we're drawing fist. You have gone too far, sir. You have gone too far.
Woo.
I'll meet you in the elevator.
That girl. Woo. Verena de Reina.
I mean, speaking of, assault charges and being arrested, another man in Florida walked into a fast food establishment, claimed to be the Undertaker, and then tried to tombstone pile drive the attendant. So, a lot of weird shit's going down in Florida recently. So, yeah.
I mean, it's Florida.
Yeah.
Come on, everybody knows the running joke. Florida man, put in your birthday.
Yeah.
And there's always something. There's something.
Last Monday, it saw the return of the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, as he attacked Obafemi, his first appearance since retiring at WrestleMania. It is scheduled for Italy, Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. So that was a whole loss, Brock, whatever you want to call it. I'm under the impression that Brock was actually done and did not want to continue, whether there was an injury made at Mania or other, but obviously he's okay now. And I do think that TKO did throw a lot of money at him to continue. Maybe it was a play on Brock Lesnar to get more money, because he didn't necessarily want to work with TKO. I don't know, but he's obviously back. So, what are your thoughts?
First things first, we need to figure out like how a man with that much money can't get a quality pair of jeans because he seems to be blowing out of every single pair that he got. I don't know, just like still kept those jeans since college or whatever, but I mean, we gotta get this man some Levi's. He needs to get sponsored by Levi's or something. Uh, Back to the main point. Yeah, I mean, I thought we was going. I thought he was going too. I guess money talks and bullshit walks. But then again, I mean, maybe that's his last Mania. Maybe we just read it too deep. I mean, because
I mean,
him putting his boots on and shit, that usually like, and he's a wrestler, so he knows what it means. So it's just, guess TKO said, okay, we'll keep your money, bro. Keep your money.
that's what I took out of it. Was that
Because like, he was probably like, you ain't gonna pay me, fuck this, I'm out. And he was like, oh, no, keep your money, bro, keep your money.
that's what it felt like. Because, obviously, Brock has, had a relationship with Vince McMahon. That's what kind of, how Brock worked with WWE so well. But, obviously TKO is, a different animal. And, I mean, I don't think we quite know what Triple H's relationship is with, Brock. So I would say that, nobody's going to make Brock Lesnar do anything. He's Brock Lesnar. So I think Brock was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And then TKO was like, okay, let's talk this out. Obviously, we know who we're talking to now. Please forgive us. Here's a shitload of money. That's what I think happened.
Nah, they probably tried to pull that, oh, I'm taking half your money shit. And Brock probably saw that shit on the walls like, fuck this, I'm out. And caused the stir of him retiring. And if anybody, I mean, all of it is stupid trying to cut people's salaries, but it's just the simple fact that, and then they bring back house shows. Don't get me started. I'm about to cuss them out. But anyways, but yeah, clearly he caused the stir, and I get it, which is weird because they brought Brock back to finish the shit with Oba, but don't bring back Kyrie to finish the shit with Asuka. Yeah.
But
That just tells you that it's not wrestlers running the board or the production room. It's of somebody else.
I would say that, it was. I feel like the story with Opa and Brock was kind of already done, honestly. It was, they did what they needed to do at Mania. I think they just, Brock agreed to come back, and it was like, okay, let's get him out there, before he changes his mind. Okay, well, what can we do with him? Well, let's run back Oba and Brock.
Well, I would have thought, considering if you just, I would have thought it would have led to Gunther and Brock because that was the whole favor thing. But of course, Gunther got other shit to fry. And they were like, oh, well, we already got Gunther hemmed up. Just run it back with Oba. And we'll make it last longer this time. That's what it screams to me. I could be wrong.
Does Brock want to wrestle Gunther, I would say, is the big question there.
Brock will wrestle anybody that he respects and likes. Let me rephrase that.
And that's a good question. Does he like and respect Gunther? Because, I mean, he put Opa over like a motherfucker. So obviously there's, a mutual like there.
Maybe. It's probably a mutual respect of big men, but I don't see it like a. But then again, even Brock knows he's on borrowed time. So, because if Brock had his way, yeah, because he already said he would want to stay. If he had his way, this is what he said. If he had his way, he would have stayed unbeaten until his final match.
And then he lost to Opa.
And then he lost to Oba, but then again, that means there's another match, though.
Well, something that you mentioned...
Which means we get a Brock Oba, too.
Did we need a Brock and Oba 2, though?
I don't think we need it, but it's about to happen because Brock can make the argument it was a fluke. I mean, anybody can have an off night.
He literally F5'd Oba Femi, and Oba Femi got the fuck up and powerbombed him. How is that a fluke?
Well, the last time I saw Brock F5 Oba, he wasn't getting up. So,
because he F5'd him 4 times.
That's my point. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
You brought up an interesting point. WWE bringing back house shows after the 50% cuts. So, I think that there's 2 things that's really good about this, about bringing back house shows. First and foremost, it gives those 50% pay cuts could actually get raised higher because, they're actually working more. There a lot of the issues with the pay cuts were you're only working once a week because there is no house shows. And we need to justify why we're paying you this much money if you're only wrestling once a week. And
that is true.
So, I mean, this is a justifiable way to give more talent more money. And the second part is, reps. Sol Ruka desperately needs them. It gets people into the house shows that didn't necessarily get to see WWE. From what I'm hearing, these house shows are going to be at a reduced price. Nobody told the Intuit Dome that. Fuck them. But yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I think, it also gives, like I said, maybe like a couple of weeks ago, people to develop, different versions of their characters or get a version of their character over, before they get it to the main roster or, just figure shit out. So I think that all around it's a good thing. From what I hear, it was definitely Triple H and some of the wrestlers, including Cody, pushing for this. So I would definitely say that that's a big win in my book. What do you say?
I think they were listening to my when I said bring back house shows, and voila, we're here.
Yeah.
I'm declaring victory on this one.
You're taking the W.
Although it's goofy as shit. Granted, cuts are always happening, so that's not a big deal. It's just the fact that the optics of having that cut and then doing, oh yeah, we're going on the road. Like, dude.
But I think that it was a response because right afterwards we got the 50% pay cuts, And obviously a lot of people was upset about that. So I feel like not WWE. We'll call it WWE. WWE, to kind of counteract what TKO was doing, they said, okay, well, could we maybe bring back house shows to, maybe lift that 50% pay cut to justify them, getting paid more?
But if that was the case, they would have. Why would they plan this? This tells. Honestly, I personally think this house show tour was in the works the entire time because you can't book like 30 cities in a month. So to me, it was already in the booking. You knew that they were coming. So unless you're cutting their pay and covering their travel, then that's a different story. Because keep in mind, they're paying for their travel.
Are they?
Yeah, in the States, they pay for their travel. The only time they don't pay is when they're overseas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they pay for their rentals, hotels, yeah. Because keep in mind, they're considered independent contractors.
That's right.
That's why they negotiate so well. That's why it was bullshit, because they're looking like, dude, I know what I'm negotiating. It's not like the UFC where it was like, they pigeonhole a lot of people. And then they don't pay people from Jump Street. So that's a whole nother issue.
So I would say that it's like I said, it's a good thing that they're doing house shows again. Agree?
It's always a great thing. I mean, they're coming to Bakersfield. I might go to Bakersfield. I'm debating on it. It's a mission, because especially when they're coming to Inglewood.
Yeah.
And then AEW is coming in the beginning of the month in San Diego. It's like this, they're all blitzing the West Coast all of a sudden. That's
That they are. Somebody coming back to the company, allegedly, is a one Baron Corbin, but it may not be for the reasons that you may think. Um, he is heavily rumored and innuendoed to be Tallhausen, the Danhausen clone, to be his tag team partner. And honestly, I think this is the only way I'd accept Baron Corbin back, is as a Danhausen clone. And I think that it could actually do him really well, just kind of being the tag team partner of Danhausen. Let Danhausen do his shit. Corbin was a solid hand. Not great, but not, bad either. So, do the wrestling moves, get Danhausen over, and, get out and take your money. Um, I'd say it's a win-win-win-win. What say you, Kaliko?
we'll see. We'll see. I mean, him coming back as Tallhausen. I, I We'll see. I will reserve judgment until they actually use them in the proper context.
What about Ezo Amore? He's been seen in the WWE Performance Center as of late. People are speculating that he will be making a return to the company. If that happens, what do you think about it? And maybe how do you feel about it as well?
I mean, he could talk. He was working on the wrestling, but he could talk. That MFer could sell you a fight. So, I mean, if he's back in a managerial role, or where he's hyping someone up, I don't see anything with it. If he comes back and actually wrestles, it's okay too. He just did a documentary, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Uh, yeah, it's about him. I can't. About him, the whole thing, the whole shebang, all of it. So I gotta figure out where it was and actually get some watching to it. But I mean, him coming back, they need more talkers because right now it's, I mean, people who can actually cut promos. You can't say he wasn't a man.
I mean, the guy could literally talk to a tree. He was good at it, and like you said, there's not a lot of people that have that gift of gab, especially on the main roster right now. So, yeah, whatever capacity they decide they want him in the show, I think it would be a good addition. And if you just let him be him and do his thing, um, I don't see a lot of problems with it. I would say honestly, I mean, he is his own his own worst enemy. So I mean, if he has kind of humbled himself and is kind of keeps to himself, keep quiet in the back, because that was his biggest problem back in the day. That's why he got fired, because literally nobody liked him backstage. So they fired him. So, I mean, if he got over that, then I would say that he would be a good addition. But despite other people, I wouldn't say that would be the best idea.
Could be, possibly. I mean, but it's just a matter of he has atoned. So I mean, that's all you can do, right? You can only do so much.
Right. Somebody WWE's thinking about bringing in. I don't even know how to say this, but WWE or maybe just TKO wants to work with Stephen A. Smith going work into the summer. I'm not a fan of the idea.
No. 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 We good.
Okay, why? I know why.
And when I say we good, we good.
Yeah. Guy has literally no personality, does not have a personality for pro wrestling, and it's only going to attract.
Nah, I just don't like because he doesn't know, he won't know what the fuck he's talking about. To a bunch of people, who cares about whether you know what the fuck you talking about?
Exactly.
That's gonna be the biggest problem. I mean, like when he went into boxing in UFC, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. No offense. I mean, you're a basketball guy. We get it, but you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
If he's in I mean, some people obviously, adapt well to WWE. Obviously Logan Paul, um, so there's a couple of commentators as well that worked very well with WWE. I don't see him being one of those people. Unless they make him like a heel manager and just like get the fucking heat on him, then I mean, sure. I would say that it's easy heat and cheap heat, but I digress.
It's very easy and cheapy, yes, but that ain't the point. It's just, I just don't want him there. There we go. How about that?
He has Go My Way,
There
and he
are
didn't even get there
various
yet.
people from No, there are people from ESPN who used to be there that actually was in the wrestling that I wish was there. There used to be a guy that wrote a column on wrestling history called The Masked Man. That guy could come every goddamn day of the week and twice on Sunday. But he's probably not with ESPN anymore because he was under the Bill Simmons umbrella. So, but he would write great wrestling history articles. But Stephen A. Smith, nah. They're just putting him there because they're trying to justify his freaking salary,
I mean, why does he
and
have?
that's fine.
I mean, why does he have such a salary? Like, do people actually like this guy? Like, legitimately, like anybody from any circle of, sports.
You'd be surprised. Because some people like him because of the fact that he shits on the Cowboys a lot, which is his biggest shtick. Is shitting on the Dallas Cowboys. His second biggest shtick is probably, although I am susceptible because he's been coming around, shitting on LeBron because everybody's on this LeBron MJ debate. Now, this is for wrestling fans. You may not know this, but I kind of covered the diaspora of sports and entertainment and MMA. So I kind of broadened through it. So he's just the guy that is in hot take sports where the journalism is not really necessary, if that makes sense. Neither is the context of how things happen, but that's just me.
So, it's been what, maybe a month since Fatal Influence made their debut on SmackDown. And they are already a smash hit on maybe one of the higher, regarded call-ups. So much so that WWE is kind of re-evaluating what they could actually do with these three goals because the response has been so outstanding. I would have made the argument that, later today at Saturday night's main event, it should have been, Fatal Influence versus, Charlotte, Rhea, and Alexa, but maybe they're saving the match for a bigger occasion. Uh, but it seems like, just a transition, competitor to get Rhea over as champion is actually being considered as somebody that could actually take the title off of Rhea. I am talking about JC Jane. What are your thoughts about this, Kaligo?
I mean, I already knew this was coming.
I agree.
I everything you're telling me, I already knew this was going to be a thing because she has the look where, and she has a look and she talks in a way where people want to beat the shit out of her, and rightfully so. But she's also the type of person where it's like you think you can get her, and then you don't get her.
Yes.
And she weasels it out somehow. So you preaching to the choir over here. I told you JC was good.
And I mean, last
I
year,
mean, they wouldn't have had her beat Vakur if that was the case. Shit.
I mean, they needed somebody to get the
I think
belt
that's
off
when
of
it.
Vakur. So,
I mean, they did, but the thing is that they also they there were so many people that could have put that belt on.
and I agree with you there. But, and I could also make the argument when she took the belt off of Vakur, it could have not worked. She could have failed as champion. And she made a chicken salad out of chicken shit. And I don't think that her run was supposed to be as long as it did. I don't even think that she was supposed to be a two-time champion. But she was operating on such a higher level than literally everybody else that you couldn't really deny her, I would say.
I wouldn't say operating. I would say she was operating at a high level in her element. Because a lot of the girls were operating at a high level, but she was operating in the role at an elite level that she's supposed to. The person who people can talk over, the people who can try to get a one up on, the people who sit there and come y'all yak. I kind of akin it to, what was it, like Triple H '02 when he was heavyweight champion. All these superheroes coming thinking that they can beat him, and he seemed so beatable, but somehow he snuck his way out. Or what was it, '03, '05? Around that time when he was like, everybody was coming after his ass, and he somehow was able to weasel his way out. He was able to weasel his way out every goddamn time. And it's not in dominant fashion, so it's not like, this Brock Lesnar-esque person. It's just a person who's like, damn, this motherfucker stays so lucky. And people think it's luck, but it's part of her plan. I like JC. JC's fucking awesome.
I agree. I like JC as well. And I think maybe it's too soon to call it, but it would be the biggest benefit to her to win Money in the Bank. That
if Money in the Bank was next month, she probably would win it.
I mean, we're only, like 2 months away? A month, so technically a month. We're almost in June, so, and it's,
Money in the Bank's not till Labor Day.
I thought it was in July.
It's in September.
Oh.
Yeah, they pushed that bitch way. Yeah, that whole WrestleMania shit flipped everything.
Well, that's
why I was like, what the fuck? The moment they did it, because they were like, oh yeah, Money in the Bank's in New Orleans. And then I looked at the date and it's like September. I was like, holy shit, that's late.
Okay, well that definitely puts a wrench in my idea, because I thought that it's usually June. Money in the Bank's usually June. July.
It's usually June, July. But keep in mind, and that's why they did the what the fuck? They got Clash in Italy, right?
Yeah.
Main event.
Yeah.
And then I think they're going overseas for a little bit. Then they're doing the overseas run, and then they bringing their asses right on to SummerSlam in August, and then September's Money in the Bank.
Well, damn. Okay, well, I mean, maybe JC will win this.
Oh yeah, I was sitting there. Oh, I looked at that calendar too. I was like, oh shit, if Money in the Bank was next month, all my money on JC Jane couch sheet. But
yeah,
it's in September, so now it's like, can she sustain that till September? And even then, she still could win it, because it seems like a chicken shit way to win. I could see her winning it via like a Carmella style. I really could.
I don't think it's a matter if she can sustain it, because I think that she definitely can. But they kind of have to give her the time to cook. Like those first 3 weeks, they gave her time to cook. It was a promo, a beatdown, winning in nefarious ways. It gave people a reason to care. If you're not necessarily giving people a reason to care, then it's going to go to the wayside. So, as of right now, they're giving people a reason to care. But, there's always that, new toy, so to speak. And, as long as people's minds are on what they're supposed to be, she'll get to where she needs to go.
Okay, I mean, but if I have to pin JC James wins Money in the Bank, but she only cashes in on Rhea when Rhea beats Io.
Hmm. Well, if Money in the, I mean, first and foremost, she should, like, Money in the Bank is the ticket. She should win Money in the Bank and win the championship that way. But I don't know. I could also see her winning the championship before September if they give her the opportunity. I mean, I could see her winning it at SummerSlam, honestly, if they give her that moment. You know, it's not going to be clean for sure, but the people will absolutely go bananas if she beats Rhea Ripley.
I mean, they would. It's just a matter of how can I put it? I mean, it could, but the thing is that I think that their their goal is for Rhea to have it for a while. They want her to have it for a while.
Um, I mean, yeah, but like I said, plans change. So, I mean, JC was only supposed to be, that transitional, you know, get some reps in and get real W, and now we're considering JC Jane for a championship run. So, I mean, anything could really change. Anything could really happen.
Yay, JC Jane for a championship run.
Somebody else that WWE is looking for a championship run, um, is Mason Rook. I'm sure you've heard this name over the last couple of weeks. He does kind of seem like
Well, he's in Japan, but
a polarizing figure at this point. But I mean, what are your thoughts on Mason Rook? Because it has been a very mixed bag of reactions.
I mean, to me, it seems like Mason Rook is a more mean-demeanored Kevin Owens. Not to diss Kevin, no shade to Kevin. It just seems like he's there to win championships and make money, and he is all out of what championships. So all out of money, so he needs some championships or whatever the case may be. But people just haven't been following. He's been in Japan, so I don't expect people to care about Japan like that. But if they had a WWE Japan, people would care. But
So you've actually seen him wrestle before.
yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, he's solid. He's just gonna be that guy. I mean, to me, this seems like a Kevin Owen-esque type guy who, in the event Kevin Owens can't make it, they got a guy. They got a guy who could
So,
be that demeaning guy that does not care about friends and only cares about championships and getting that money. Or at least that's what it seems like to me.
I mean, the way that they've been promoting him has kind of seemed like, the second coming of, like, a Goldberg or something. Just like, oh my god, it's Mason Rook. Like, he's the big tank guy, and, he was such a big star in Japan. And when the company makes such a big deal out of somebody, my immediate response is to kind of reject it, because, obviously you're trying to make me believe something I haven't already seen. And I haven't seen, if I didn't see it, then I'm probably not going to believe it. And I'm
Well,
sorry. Huh?
No, go ahead.
And I'm sorry to say this, and it sucks that it's this way, but pro wrestling is very much a vanity, business. Looks kind of matter, and he just doesn't really. He's not aesthetically pleasing at all.
He doesn't do it for you, brother.
And, you mentioned Kevin Owens. Well, you could make the argument that Kevin Owens doesn't look like a wrestler, but, he certainly acts like a wrestler. The guy just don't shut the fuck up. And his personality is what gets him over. This guy is he looks like he wants to portray, a tough guy. And I'm really not seeing from his aesthetic. And, even the way that he wrestled the one match that he wrestled. I'm not really seeing it, honestly. So, aesthetically, they gotta do something, because if Otis looks better than you in the ring, aesthetically, then you have a problem. They need to do something with this guy look-wise.
Give him time. Maybe, or maybe they're going back to the 80s King Kong Bundy style. You never know. Let him cook with it. They just got him. He just got there for a cup of coffee. Yeah, he's only been there a cup of coffee.
But,
only spent a cup of coffee in the big time.
we just talked about JC. She's been there for a cup of coffee, and we're already talking about title contention for her.
And JC's been there for damn near as long as Tony D'Angelo. Stop playing.
But I'm talking about the main roster.
Yeah, but you gotta think she's spent years cooking in the JC Jane that is now was not the JC Jane when she first got there.
I'm trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt, but literally every week it's nothing is doing it for me every week. There's nothing for me to say, well, that's what people were talking about, or oh, that's what I'm supposed to believe in. This is the hype.
John Cena co-signed for him. You just don't co-sign for anybody.
And that feels so suspicious to me.
He's that made it even more suspicious.
Yes, absolutely. You could not tell me that Shawn Michaels didn't text message John Cena and say, John, I need to get this guy over. Could you tweet something out? And he said, who the fuck is this guy? But okay, sure, Shawn, I like you. We wrestled at WrestleMania. Give me a picture.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Because we did a favor at Mania 20 years ago. Yeah, I got you, fam.
Yes.
Is that what
absolutely.
Oh, God.
That's absolutely what happened.
God. Ay, help us, Lord Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I cannot today. I can't with you today.
They need to help Mason Rook is what it sounds like more.
Mason Rook, let him be. He's only been there, he ain't even got a paycheck yet. You are. He ain't even finished membership orientation, and you already get the fuck out of here.
I'm not saying get the fuck out of there. I'm not looking for him to be unemployed.
He ain't even do the HR training, and you out here get the fuck out.
Just, give him a haircut. Grow some facial hair. Maybe some...
Let him get his health benefits first. Jesus, let him get the cat car. Let him get the car access key.
He has no health benefits.
Well, let him get the access key to the building before we start ready to toss his ass out.
Get some head
Sheesh.
tattoos. Wear a pair of pants, for God's sake.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Lord Jesus, help us.
No, um, quick bit of news. WWE ID talent will be going by their ID talent on the independents. So, for instance, good friend of the show, Erica Damia, is ID'd as of now. So, her name in WWE is Anya Rune. So, on the independents, she will be known as Anya Rune going forward. I don't see a problem with it. I mean, the WWE is obviously doing something with these individuals, so, it makes sense. But, I mean, how do you feel about it?
I mean, let him do something.
Nope. Kaliko? Nope. Did we lose Kaliko? Or did. Because am I the one lost?
Because I still don't get this. So it, full
And
disclosure.
I mean, it doesn't seem like there has been a lot with the program, the ID program. I mean, it's kind of hit and miss, but I feel like that's with all of WWE's programs at this point. So, we'll see what happens.
We will see. I mean, because the last person I remember on the ID, Kylie Ray.
And then she got pregnant and fired.
Yep. So, don't even matter.
Um, Somebody getting ID'd in a different type of way is Marty Jannetty. Um, Earlier this week, it was reported that they had to amputate his foot. Another wrestler helping Marty right now, was quick to make a post and call out WWE and Shawn Michaels, specifically for not helping Marty, with this or the medical bills or anything. Um, First and foremost, definitely like my heart goes out to Marty. It really sucks that, injuries have, caused him, this greatly that, they had to amputate his foot. Um, so I do hope that he has, a good recovery and, this is maybe, a way for him to kind of get on the straight and narrow and maybe have a better, quality of life going forward. Unfortunately, the last wrestler that we knew that, faced something like this was, um, you know,
Kamala.
no, it was, Jimmy Rave. Jimmy Rave. Um,
Oh, really? I thought it was Kamala because I remember he got his leg amputated.
yeah. So, and obviously it didn't necessarily, um, you know, things didn't go well for Jimmy after that. So, I'm hoping it doesn't turn into that direction for Marty. So again, I do hope and wish him the best in his recovery and hopefully, get a better quality of life. To, WWE and Shawn Michaels side of things, I haven't heard that Shawn Michaels has talked to Marty and Jannetty in a really long time. While yes, they were connected heavily in their, early years.
Younger days.
Yeah. I do know that Sean did try to help Marty at one point in his life. Um, but, unfortunately, I don't think Marty was looking for help at that time. And I mean, we all know you can't really help somebody that doesn't really want help. I I mean, you do have to, reach out for that type of thing. So I don't fault Sean or WWE for that matter for not helping him because he it didn't necessarily seem like he wanted the help.
Wasn't the best citizen.
Yes, exactly. But that's just my opinion on it. What say you, Kaliko?
I mean, everything you said is a ditto. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what caused him to do it, what forced him to be amputated, so.
Hmm.
So I can't go on that route. I can't speak on that route, but what I can speak on is that, like, he was kind of more of the carefree dude that just, like, was say some outlandish shit on the internet where people didn't want to associate with him. So what do you expect? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And and the thing is that we don't know what bridges he may or may not have burned and that got him to this situation.
No, you're absolutely right.
So that's the other element. So I get where people are like, well, they should help. WWE should help. We don't know what bridges they burned. Now, granted, they bury the hatchet? That is totally dependent on WWE. But the WWE that you're expecting to help is not the same WWE that it was 10 years ago. Because you don't even know if they still have that program.
That's a good question. I don't know if they do or not, but I do know that a lot of, back in the day, a lot of people that WWE really wasn't associated with, actually used that program, and it did help them, a lot. I, the one that comes to mind is Shannon Moore. Um, so
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
it's just a matter of do we even know if they still have it? If when they sold it, did that become a staple in the program for rehab? Is that a rehabilitation? It's a lot of questions we need to ask.
right. And is he even willing to go? I mean, I don't even know if he's,
Willing to do it.
so
Yep.
I don't even know if he's sober or not. I mean, maybe he's sober, but I mean, the last time I heard about Marty Jannetty, it didn't seem like he was all in that much of a sober state. So I can tell you. Uh, so yeah. On a bit of lighter news to close out the segment, Io Sky and Evil have tied the knot. They are now Evil Skies, and they're currently making their housing, their home in Darkness World. So, congratulations to them.
Oh, of course. Congrats. I mean, that's why he came back. He went over there because he's been a fiance for 30 years. And people were probably macking on his girl. It's like, let me come back and lock this down. 858?
Specifically, Rhea Ripley. Because you cannot tell me that that was just a friendly relationship between Rhea and Io.
Could be the case. That could be the case. But Rio seems friendly in the room. You know what I mean?
Maybe a little too friendly. And that was the problem. Alright, that will conclude our coverage of the news. And now a quick word from our sponsors.
So, Rogue Energy, the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, whether it be juices, shakes, smoothies, and everything else in between. Their low-calorie, no-sugar energy formula is the perfect alternative to sugar-filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Their extreme formula provides the most energy focus and sports performance possible. Their hydration line offers focus, ingredients without the added caffeine. Drink it anytime you're thirsty. And their shake formula is so delicious. Who doesn't love a cookies and cream, 0-calorie energy milkshake? First and foremost, they've designed every Rogue product line with performance and effectiveness in mind. It is critical that you look at the nutrition panels of drinks when comparing options. There are countless off-brands out there that are presenting low-quality, poorly dosed formulas that amount to expensive caffeine water. Every formula they produce is designed with optimal levels of high-quality ingredients. Additionally, you won't find a powdered gaming drink brand that dissolves better. No need to have chalky textures in your drink. Their taste profiles are unmatched, specifically designed for gamers, athletes, students, entrepreneurs, people with hectic schedules, individuals with low energy, podcasters who can't shut up, people who are health conscious, and so much more. Great as both a pre-workout and as a coffee energy drink replacement. Specifically designed every Rogue product line to be the best gaming drink on the planet. Rogue Energy, more focus, more wins.
Use promo code WRESTLINGWITHE for 10% off your next purchase. And we are wrestling with WWE Backlash. Took place 2 weeks ago in Tampa, Florida at the Benchmark International Arena. Attendance was 14,712. So, definitely a modest crowd for WWE. 5-match card. Pretty standard. What did you think about this show as a whole, Kaliko? Okay, I guess I will start as we try and get Kaliko back up. I thought that this was okay. I don't think it was the best Backlash ever. I do feel like it was more of a miss than a hit. But, I mean, it was okay. Again, usually there's something to kind of grasp onto or, like, sink your teeth into when it comes to Backlash. There's always, like, a really marquee or iconic moment. And I don't think we got it here. So, I mean, again, it wasn't a bad show, but it definitely wasn't the best that they could have done.
So
Do we, is Kaliko respond?
Oh no, I'm here. I'm good. I mean, that show was okay. It was an okay show, like you just said. The main event is what everybody came for. Um, it didn't disappoint in a way. Um, although it did do a lot in making Roman seem more vulnerable than usual. And Jacob Fatu, I must say, is a crackhead because his don't give a meter is on 30.
Well, let's get into it. Braun Breaker defeated Seth Rollins in 21 minutes, 26 seconds. I mean, solid opener. It definitely, this was a match Braun Breaker desperately needed and a win that Breaker desperately needed. So, I think that Seth made him look good. I think that it definitely wasn't, match of the year by any standards, but I definitely think that it did what it needed to get both guys over the way that it needed. What say you, Kaliko?
I mean, I will say that match, the show as a whole was better than Mania Night 1. So I cannot, I will say that. It was better than Night 1 Mania. But the match was a solid. I mean, yeah, so it was better than Night 1, and I'll give it that credit. And then solid opener. Had one botch, but other than that, it was pretty solid. Braun winning is the right move. Yeah, can't really complain too much about it. Way to start it off.
How many stars do you give this one?
Solid 3.5. No, I'll give it a 4. It did its thing.
I give it a 3.5. I don't think that it had, that extra oomph to give it the 4, in my opinion. Alright, can we guess that rating, or, are we gonna put it on, the sidelines for this time around?
You already know he did one. You already know he did one. Come on. Come on.
Alright, so is it once again time for that segment? Nope. Kaliko?
Another guess and a guess that rating.
Okay. 4.25.
You cheating. Electrician, email or panic.
Alright, so I'm already locked in onto what Uncle Dave is feeling.
No, like, wait a minute. How the hell did you cheat? You're cheating, man.
I am not cheating.
Bullshit, you cheating. You cheating, man.
Now we have the United States Championship match. Trick Williams defeated Sami Zayn in 12 minutes 56 seconds. I thought it was an okay match. It seemed like they kind of rehashed what they did at WrestleMania, but it was just maybe a bit longer this time. I think they got maybe like 6 minutes longer than they had at Mania, which is fine, but I don't think it really added anything from their match to Mania as well. So I couldn't really say that this was, a success in my book. What say you, Kaliko?
I mean, that's the same thing I got out of it. It was just a rehash of of what happened at Mania, because the bigger moment was when Trick won, and now this just kind of solidified Trick as hopefully moving on from Sammy, um, as he tries to ascend his reign. People are already trying to look and see who's next. Carmelo, but I'm hoping, they can get to something. But it's just kind of, it's crazy. His rise is bananas. It's just gonna keep going at this rate.
I know you just said Carmelo, but I hope that he doesn't wrestle Carmelo, because at this point Carmelo is just going to get smashed, and I feel like Carmelo deserves more than getting smashed by Trick at this point.
Well, I don't see it getting smashed, but I I only reason I say that is because Melo lost it and did not get the rematch, which to me was complete and utter bullshit. That's just, to be quite honest.
If in all honesty, I would say that it would be better to build Carmelo on a match with Sammy, because like you screwed me out of that championship, and now I'm gonna get my comeuppance.
But by him beating Sammy, will it really put him as a number one contender? And that's what we gotta ask.
It's not about a number one contendership. I would say it's more about settling a score. Again, I don't think that you should touch. It's not going to do Carmelo any favors wrestling Trick right now. People want to see Trick. People like Trick. So nobody's going to be
People
cheering
love
for
Trick.
Carmelo when Trick is an option.
They love Trick. It ain't no like him.
Right. So you're giving Mello a death sentence, honestly.
That's true, but I'm not saying he has to do it immediately. If that's what you're trying to say. They build it up, get it to like a SummerSlam to where it's a program. Eventually, they will have to cross paths.
That I could get behind. But Carmelo needs to do something between now and then to get people behind him, I would feel.
That is the truth. He does need some. He needs something to get behind him.
How many stars you give this one?
3. None more, none less.
2.5. Like I said, didn't really add anything to the rivalry. Didn't really add anything from their Mania match. So, nothing really to say. Now on to Uncle Dave. Thinking. 3.25? Galika?
3.25 lower. I was looking it up.
Okay, that's fine. 2 2 7/5.
You are a cheater right now. From here on out, we're doing this show. I demand visual, sir. No longer an ask. It is a demand.
You'll never catch me alive.
You cheat, man.
I'm no cheat, man. I told you when I cheat. I'm an honest thief.
You cheat too much, man.
Alright, then we have Danhausen and Minihausen defeating The Miz and Kit Wilson in 12 minutes 38 seconds. I mean, complete and utter disappointment that it was just a Mexican mini that was Danhausen's, mystery partner. I mean, considering how much we built this up in our minds that it could have been, somebody so much bigger. No pun
That's our
intended.
fault.
Yeah.
That's our fault.
Yeah.
That's our fault. That's our fault.
But, I mean, this was a match on the card. It was somewhat interesting. I would say that it was definitely needed to be a lot shorter, no pun intended. But like this did not need to be a 12-minute match. This could have easily been 7, and I think they could have got the same job done. But I digress. What say you, Kaliko?
It was good enough for the kids. This is for, in the words of Pharrell on his album Ride or Die, this is for the kids. This is only for the kids, because that's what it felt like. But that's what it felt like. But it was still entertaining. I mean, but I heard that big mini housing used to be El Toro.
Really now?
That's the rumor and innuendo.
Interesting.
But it did what it was supposed to do. It made, I mean, even with that,
Kaliko?
to work. Mini housing, and we should have known it was mini housings from WrestleMania, but it's our fault. It's our fault.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But
How many stars you give this one?
Um, 2.5.
Um, I feel that did it do more of what it needed to do than Trick and Sammy? It did. Great.
Ooh, did it do more? Yeah, it did do it. It did do more than what it was supposed to do for Trick and Sammy. You're
And that's why I give it three
can't
stars.
even. I can't even argue. You got me there.
Okay, so Uncle Dave. I feel like
Uncle Dizzle.
I feel like either Uncle Dave would like really love this shit or really hate this shit.
No in between.
No in between. No. 2 stars.
Damn, no Vaseline in between. 2 star. You cheating, man. I swear to God.
Damn, I was right again.
Yes, it was 2 stars.
Okay, 2 stars. Uncle Dave.
You were a cheater. I don't even want to play. I don't want to play no more.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Oh, whatever. I can hate the game. I can hate both.
The singles match, Io Sky defeated Asuka in 18 minutes 7 seconds. Quite arguably the best match on the card. Io and Asuka, obviously some of the two best wrestlers in the world. Um, so I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities that they had a fantastic match. And yeah, a bit melancholy as well. Asuka pulling a Brock and taking a step back from pro wrestling. Whether that's means anything in 2026, has yet to be seen. But yeah, um, what did you think of the match, Kaliko?
Well, she did say she's taking a break, but she's still signed with WWE, so there's that.
From what I hear, it was a personal matter. She had a talk with WWE. She had a personal issue, and they kind of agreed on mutual terms that she'll take a step back from the pro wrestling.
Yeah, and you get it. I mean, I saw. I mean, we all saw it. It's not like we all saw what it was. But
Right. I mean,
so I mean, nothing new.
I would say my biggest issue with this match and the biggest disappointment was that Kyrie didn't actually make an appearance of any sort. Which kind of sucks, considering the whole rivalry revolved around Io, and then Kyrie, I should say, revolved around Kyrie, and then Kyrie didn't even get her last moment.
The comeuppance
Right.
makes
So
sense. Yeah,
that
it
definitely
is
hurt.
disappointing.
How many stars do you give this one?
I mean, this was the match of the night. Am I the only one thinking that?
No, I agree.
Okay, so they cooked. 4.25 because I wish Kyrie was there to finish it off to make it a 5. The wrestling was good. I just wish that they just allowed Kyrie to pay off the story.
Actually, can 100% agree with you. I will give this a 4 star, 4 stars, because I don't believe in halves. If I don't believe in quarters, I should say. Uh, so I would say this could have been 4.5, even 5, if Kyrie made an appearance. But because she didn't, it goes to 4. But yeah, still, as solid could be.
Yep, as solid as you can get it.
All right. Now Uncle Dave. Uncle Dave ate this shit up. 4.5.
Lower,
4.25.
4.25.
Okay. And the last match, the main event, the thing everybody wanted to see. Roman Reigns defeated Jacob Fatu to retain the World Heavyweight Championship in 17 minutes 50 seconds. Solid match. Nothing I would say that was particular
To brag
memorable.
home.
Huh?
Nothing to brag home.
Yeah, nothing really, to kind of latch onto, moment wise. I mean the ending was literally, the biggest part of the match when like Jacob is just like choking the motherfucker out. But that's literally it. I mean, obviously they're going to be, running it back, tribal combat sooner rather than later. But yeah, I guess it did what it needed to do. It was a good match, but again, nothing particular memorable about it. Kaliko?
I mean, like I said, it was, to me, it was just good because it made Roman look vulnerable. Because especially um, coming off of the heels of the WrestleMania and people thinking that the Roman of old is back, which is the Roman of unbeatable, not even just unbeatable precipice, but more or less like um, heelish Roman. So this is good to show another side of Roman in the sense that, I mean, honestly, this is another side of the Bloodline chapter in which this is coming from someone within the family who really don't give a fuck about the family.
Right.
At least all the other cats, at least like Jimmy and Jay were like, you're tripping, get your shit straight for the family. And Jacob's like, fuck your family.
Right.
I care about my family. So it's a great angle. And this is a battle of uncle and nephew. So, because Roman is Jacob's uncle. They're not cousins. They are uncles and nephews. It's an uncle-nephew battle. So this is like OG, young OG kind of going.
I gotcha.
Oh, old boy, young. This is this reminds me of Black Panther and what the hell is it? That Killmonger. There you go.
I was gonna go more on the
Except,
road of Chavo and Eddie, but I get what you mean.
nah, because this because Jacob out here whooping all their asses, yelling, "Is this your king?" This ain't got nothing. He out here spazzing out, going 10 crackhead on him, talking about, "Is this your king?"
And
So I'm just saying.
one thing I will say about the match, I did appreciate that there was no outside interference. It was a clean one-on-one match. Even though there may have been, a little gaga, to keep, Jacob strong, nobody interfered, which I, again, appreciated considering how heavily involved Jimmy and Jay was in this rivalry. So, um, yeah, I will say that before we go to our star ratings. So what is your star rating?
I mean, solid match. The biggest thing that was the other biggest key, Roman, the interference, whether it was going to happen or not. It didn't happen. Roman got the win. He won the battle, but he lost the war. So, I mean, and it worked really good. So 4.5.
4.5. It's interesting. I am going to give it a 3.5. I think that it was just a solid standard match, which is fine. Um, no interference, kind of bumped it up a bit, and the ending, this isn't done, kind of gave it that extra half. Um, so yeah, that's my opinion on it. And I would say that maybe Uncle Dave agrees with me. 3.5.
Nope.
Higher or lower?
Huh? Higher. You got it. It's higher than a 3.
3.5, I said. So,
You said what?
3 and 7/5.
Higher.
4.
4 3/4.
Damn it. Alright, I was vibing until the very end. Alright, the
You
show
were
as a whole.
cheating until the very end.
Hey, however you want to cut it. The show as a whole. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
Thumbs up. It was pretty good. It was a mix of quality matches, and it wasn't. Was it like the best that they could offer? No. Was it still a good show? Yes. So yeah, thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs in the middle. It was a good show, but I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm going to go back and actually watch the show over again. I would maybe go back to see Io and Asuka, sure, but everything else was just kind of, there. So I feel like this was thumbs in the middle, in my opinion.
Oh, but Asuka should have been on Mania with that performance. But
Yeah,
we're
we got
not
to
good.
about that. That will conclude our coverage of WWE Backlash. And we are wrestling with WWE Saturday Night's main event. It's later today. It takes place in Fort Wayne, Indiana, at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. That's a mouthful. And a solid 5 matches, I'd say. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this card. A lot of interesting things. There's one thing I would have preferred to see, but I'm sure we'll get into that when we get to that match. But yeah. So, Claude, what are your thoughts on the whole card?
I mean, yeah, it's a solid. It's solid. It's nothing. I mean, yeah, it's honestly it's a solid match. It's a solid card. Can't even get mad at it.
Well, let's get into it. We got Paige and Brie Bella defending the WWE Women's Tag Titles against the Irresistible Forces, Last Legend and Nia Jax. Who wins, Kaliko?
Uh, this screams Paige, and I, sorry about that. Damn, motorcycle all in my way. What the hell? Anyway, common sense would tell me Nia and Lash. However, they just got the titles to Paige and Bree, so or Nikki. So I think it's going to be the Page of Bellas. What are we calling them? I don't know. Bella Page.
I think they'll call it going by Screamer
I,
mode.
I don't know. Like one of them things.
Hmm.
But yes, they're going to win.
So, Paige and Brie Bella.
Paige and Brie Bella. As much as I don't think it should happen, I think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to be done.
Personally.
Honestly, I think that this is going to last Shania. I feel like when Brie Bella won the championship to begin with, it was only going to be borrowed time. You know, she's not a full-time competitor. She's not full-time active. You know, obviously Paige is going to be working. You know, she's signed. She's going to be wrestling. You know, a lot. But
Full time.
Brie, huh?
Yeah, full time.
Yeah, she's full-time. But Brie is not full-time. So I mean, I think it was last week on SmackDown, they defended the championships, and then on Raw they defended the championships. So I would say that that's a clear indicator that, you know, they just wanted to get a couple of defenses under their belt, so people don't say, hey, they lost, you know, on their first time, their first defense, and then, you know, obviously this is gonna be
I'll give them the ceremonial car wash title defenses.
ceremonial car wash defense. Yeah, yeah. So Paige will be a full timer, singles competitor. Brie would go into the good night until Nikki comes back, and then, you know, obviously the irresistible forces will get back on track where they was before, you know, this happened. And then there we go.
Your lips are God's ears, but I gotta play contrarian.
Fair enough. Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruka. Who wins?
Becky, Soul's not ready.
I would agree with you on that, but I still would think that they would try and give her the benefit of the doubt and actually get her the title match before they let her lose. So what I'm saying is,
I mean,
Sol wins, she gets the title opportunity. She obviously loses the title match.
so you're saying, well, it's going to have to be by like count out or DQ because I don't see her pinning. I mean, Becky could take a pin. Becky ain't got no problem taking pins. So I guess, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she takes
Yeah.
she snatches a Soul out of nowhere. She takes the pin. No harm done, and we go to the next, you know, event, and obviously for a title match. Um, Whether or not Soul gets the confidence to actually do something in that title match has, you know, I would say would be dictated by this match, but yeah, we have to kind of wait and see. All right,
We will see.
and then we have a six-woman tag team match: Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill, Michigan, and B-Fab. Um, I mean, I could have made the argument that this should have been Fatal Influence.
Fatal attraction. Or fatal influence.
Yeah, Fatal Influence. It should have been a Fatal Influence, but like we said earlier in the show, they're waiting and saving those goals for bigger and better things, which I'm not mad at. But again, I would have liked to seen it on this card as well. What say you, Kaliko? Who wins the match?
No contest because fatal influence is going to come in and give everybody the beat 'em downs. See how this works? That's the common enemy.
You're making a great point. But
Who's popping up?
if I had to take, a stab at who I think is gonna win, I would just say that would probably be Rhea and company because there's so many people that are easily beatable on the other side. Um, you know, it's an easy W for the other side to win, and then fatal influences get their comeuppance on everybody.
That is true, but I still am in the company of beat him down. Beat him down.
Yeah, I completely get it. Then we have World Tag Team Championship match, Division, Logan Paul and Austin Theory versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Who wins?
I feel like the Profits would win to prove a point to the New Day for TKO and to show, see, New Day, this could have been you. Something tells me that that's on the horizon.
Okay.
But change, yeah, because yeah, I can see that happening. The Profits are back, legit tag team. Yeah, they gotta get it going. So I'm gonna go with the Profits.
I'm gonna go with Division. Um, I'm gonna say that there's going to be a lot of gaga and confusion on this show, and in the gaga and the confusion, Seth Rollins is actually the the reason the Street Profits lose the match, which kind of causes the tension between the Profits and Seth Rollins, which they've been kind of building over the last week or two. And that brings us to the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. Penta El Zero Mero Don Jr. versus Ethan Page. Selfishly, I want Ethan Page to win the match. I like Ethan Page, and he definitely deserves an intercontinental run. That being said, I don't think they're quite ready to take it off of Penta because he's been having a hell of a run with that championship since he's won it. So it wouldn't necessarily make sense when, Penta has all of this momentum behind him just to take it off of him. So, Ethan will have his day, but I don't think it's going to be here. What say you, Kaliko?
Yep, Penta's too hot. So Penta's been on a roll. So yeah, Penta's winning the title. Penta retained.
Okay. Good, we're on the same page on that one, at least.
Yeah, we got a lot of disagreements. I don't get it. But
Yeah,
it wouldn't be a good show if we didn't disagree.
Usually we're vibing a bit. So today we were kind of on the same page, but we had different views of things.
That's how it always goes. But
yeah,
hey, it is what it is.
all right. Well, we will definitely see what happens then. And we will conclude our coverage of WWE Saturday Night's main event. And we are wrestling with AEW Double or Nothing. It takes place Sunday in Queens, New York at the Louis Armstrong Stadium. And yeah, this is the first AEW paid preview, and actually they had one last month. I'll just shut up about that. But yeah, it's a very AEW-esque show. which is not out of
The realm.
the realm of possibilities, I suppose. As of right now, there's 12 matches, confirmed. I'm sure later today, when Collision comes on, they'll add another 15. Um, so we'll just, we'll cover what's already been, um, announced. All right, here we go. This is going to be a pre-show match. Divine Dominion, Megan Bayne and Lana Cross versus Zeta Steel and Viva Van. If this is not the definition of a squash match, I have no idea what is.
Sounds like it.
I mean, technically, it's a 5-minute eliminator match. If they survive 5 minutes with Bane and Cross, they will get a title match. So I don't see them winning the match, honestly.
I mean, they just gotta last. They don't. I mean, the fan could happen at 4:59.
Very true. Now we have Boom and Doom, Big Boom AJ, and QT Marshall, and the conglomeration. It's the hard word on the mouth. Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong with Big Justice versus Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor, Anthony Ogogo. Anthony Ogogo still with AEW? Fuck me. Captain Sean Dean, Charlie Bravo, and Lee Moriarty. 10-man tag match. Who wins?
If that Riz Kiz is there, I have the fear of Boom and Doom winning.
Yeah. I mean, this kind of seems like it's, what is it called? A squash match as well. Alright, trios match. Dead Riders, Claudio Ida Canoli, Daniel Cherry Garcia, and Dord Wheeler Yuta, versus the Ops. When did Anthony Bowen join the Ops?
Bro, I the same. Yes, I said the same thing. Like, when the hell did that happen?
Hook and Katsuri Sabata Bread. Who wins?
The Ops? Question mark?
You seem unsure.
Because I think Moxley's gonna win. So if Moxley wins, the Ops must win.
I mean, is that how AEW logic works?
When the last time a faction had a dominant night?
Well, first and foremost, I don't really care who wins the match. So I don't really have a horse in the race to begin with.
So we can skip it. There you go.
Yeah. But, I mean, I would say if I had gun to my head, Dead Riders. So yeah, Dead Riders. Alright, now it's on to the main card. First match on the actual show. We have the AEW International Championship. Kazuchika Okada versus Konosuke Take a Shit. Kolkatsuka Take Shitta. There we go. It's been a while since I've done this. And it's Kazuchika Okada. There we go. Who wins, Kaliko?
Take Shitta. Takashita.
I want to agree with you, but I don't feel like he's going to win the first. This is going to be a series of matches, so I feel like Okada is going to get the first win. So I think Okada should win, in my opinion.
Okay.
Then we have a tag team I Quit match for the AEW Tag Team Championships. If Cage and Cope lose, they must retire as a tag team. Dax Hardwood, Cass Wheeler with Stokely versus Cage and Cope, Adam Copeland, and Christian Cage. Who wins, Kaliko?
I would think Cage and Cope wins, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I thought that they were going to win the last time that they wrestled FTR. So, I mean, obviously they extended that for whatever reason, but yeah, I don't see Copeland, or Cage quitting.
I do not.
So we are in agreement. All right.
Somewhat of an alignment. I'll take it.
Now we have okay, here we go. Stadium Stampede. Chris Jericho, this Hart Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, and Kenny Omega, Jack Perry, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson versus Ricochet, Bishop Khan, Tia Leone, Mark Davis, Andrade El Idaho, Clark Connors, and David Finlay. If this is not a clusterfuck of what the fuck, I have no idea what is at this point.
It is.
Who wins the match?
I would assume the Demand, because they're the ones who need it.
But whenever somebody needs a win, that usually means they don't win.
Oh, God.
I will go with the Elite and Jericho. I mean, Ricochet got the pin on Jericho the last time around, so I want to say it makes sense? Question mark? All right. We have a four-way match for the AEW Women's World Championship. It's a Claw versus Who Are You, Sita, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander. Who wins?
Tekla.
I agree. Claw is on a whole other level than a lot of these goals. And that's saying something because a lot of them are really good. So, yeah. Claw wins. We have Owen Hart Cup qualifier match. Samoa Joe versus Will Ospreay. Who wins?
Osprey. Redemption arc wins the Owen Cup. He is the winner. He is my winner. Just let it be known.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say that. So, yeah. I mean, in good conscience, I probably wouldn't go with him, but that's just my, personal preference. But yeah, I definitely understand where you're coming from, and yeah, Will Ospreay will win the match as well. Men's Owen Hart quarterfinal. Bandito versus Swerve Strickland.
Or I think Swerve proving it, trying to be dangerous and all this. I think he's going to win that match, that round. There you go. Or he could lose and blame it on the man. It could go either way.
No, I think that the biggest possible match they have in the finals is Ospreay and Strickland. So, I mean, it would make the most sense for it be them too.
It would.
Then we have the women's Owen Hart quarterfinal match. Athena versus Mina Shirakawa. Who wins?
Mina.
Yep. It's hilarious that
Mina.
it's hilarious that Athena is like her on Ring of Honor TV, like longest forever champ. Can't fucking buy a win on AEW TV.
Think she won the Battle Royale? That counts as something?
Oh geez, she won a battle royal.
Hey, a win is a win.
Then we have singles match for the AEW Continental Breakfast Championship. Um, John Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly. Who wins?
Mox. Because he was talking too much smack about not beating O'Reilly. Therefore, he's beating O'Reilly.
I agree, and I feel like this could be like an absolute banger. Like this could be such a fantastic match between two really good wrestlers. And unfortunately, I feel like this is just going to be you know AEW slop match. Blood, guts, unnecessary violence. You know, things that this match doesn't necessarily need to be a really good match, just for the sake of having them, because they think it would be good. But like legitimately, like this could have been a fantastic match if they just actually wrestled, in my opinion. But yeah,
What?
Moxley wins. Right. And that brings us to the main event, the last match. Why everybody bought a ticket, maybe. Um, AEW Championship match. If MJF loses, he must shave his head. Debbie Allen versus MJF. Who wins, Kaliko?
MJF. Because the same way you just said they did the car wash title defenses for one, they just did that for Darby.
Yeah, six defenses in 60 days, I think.
Which is a fucking crazy. That's a crazy rate.
Yeah. No, you're not. I mean, you're not wrong. And I mean, the question is, do you see MJF shaving his head? I mean, that's the real question.
The answer would be no.
I
So
agree. If they didn't have that stipulation, I would probably say that it could have been, 50-50. But because that stipulation is in place, I just have to say no. This is MJF's match to win.
yep, you got it.
Oh, we shall see what happens there. Um, we should have a full review of this show next week on the show. Um, of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday and Wednesday for new interviews well, actually, I should say this Monday as we interview Isaiah Cross. This Tuesday as we interview CJ Clarkson. This Wednesday as we interview Ricky Roca. And join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. And follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on X, Twitter, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesShay993. Where can we find Kaliko?
Well, we're getting ready. The West Coast Blitz is coming. Although there is a interesting show that you remember Celeste from what is it, the Funkadactyls?
Yeah.
I guess she set up an association with they come up with a wrestling company named Pound Town Wrestling. So I am very interested to see what the hell is this.
I'm assuming it's local to SoCal?
It's in L.A., Hollywood.
Gotcha.
Hollywood.
All right. Going to Pound Town Wrestling.
I ain't say I'm getting tickets. I'm interested to go, but I don't know if I'm dedicated yet. I gotta look at this card. Because the Pound Town I'm thinking might be a different Pound Town. And
and your wife would not like that.
there you go. I mean, yeah. I would like it, but yeah. Other people might not. So, yeah, there you go.
For Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Although there is a YouTube video, if you find it, they got a 70s version of how Pound Town would work. I need to put that in the link. Because it is funny as hell. When it comes sucker bitch town. That shit has me cracking up every time. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.